Yeah, already got. It's Monday, October 27th, 2025, 4:30 p.m. Here at the town hall, for a special select board meeting. Any additions or corrections on adopting the agenda? All in favor of the agenda? I made a motion to approve it and then, I'll second. All in favor? Need somebody to make the motion. Okay. We have an executive session, 1 VSA 1313-3, the employment of an employee. Motion to enter executive session. I'm sorry. Okay, motion to enter executive session. All in favor? Or any opposed? Any other business? We need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we re-advertise for the position of road foreman, using the same parameters that we had in our previous ad. And investigate expanding out to some online job sites like Indeed, depending on the person. Sorry.
With November
13th target.
November 13th, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
But 4 days on Sunday.
Orders out. So far.
Okay, all in favor of that motion? Or did I have a second? Did we get a second? Yeah, no, second. All in favor of that motion?
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, motion has it.
Now you may move to other business.
Okay, other business, any other business?
Thank you again, Dave, for your support. You're welcome. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning, I have a meeting with Hardy on the capital budget,
Oh, okay.
but there's not gonna be too much solved during that meeting unless I can get an indication from the board as to how you want to proceed on some different things. Like the grader, for instance, do you want to keep that or trade it, the backhoe and the excavator? Also, in that packet that I made up, there's some items in there that are capital budget items. You wanna be starting to put money aside on some of those items or not? So this is not something Hardy can decide, it would be up to us, so I need some feedback from you as to what you wanna do.
Did we not have, a plan on these three equipments in terms of either keeping them or trading them? I know we talked about the grader.
The grader, we said we keep another year, that other year's up. The backhoe was not being used a lot, so we decided we'd keep it. But since then, it's being used more. So you really need to, I think, look into getting a price for trade-in or keeping it, or whatever. The excavator, that belongs to us, I think, as of now.
Yes.
Like, otherwise, in 5 or 6 years, do you want to keep that? Or, if I say it belongs to us, it don't belong to anybody, we don't have to return it, nothing. Do you want to keep that or upgrade it or, get a different one, or what do you want?
I guess what was the schedule for? 20 years.
I think they had 20 years or stuff like that.
For the
But
excavator.
that is something, that was like, you don't wanna go 20 years.
And you guys, that's in fairly good shape or? And they don't have any hours on it.
On the excavator. We should just keep it.
The thing is, you keep it, your trading value is gonna go down. Should you check into the stuff to see what it's worth and what you can get one for or what?
You can look into it, I guess.
Do what we get for
I don't know, I'm just asking these questions because
The backhoe is starting to like, it's got a seize pin in the front bucket and trying to get it out. And I think it's gonna go to North Tracks now and get the pin cut out of it, so.
Is it worth keeping or?
I'd think about the backhoe eventually to get rid of, cause we do use it, it's the first thing out there for a tree down with beavers or plug covert or.
you've had about 13 years, 12 years.
It's, yeah, because it was there before I was there, so yeah.
What about the grader?
The graders. It's in nice shape still for the year of it, but there is stuff that could go wrong with it and cost some money.
How long we had that?
Morgan, you got I didn't bring the paper up.
I don't have it with me.
But it's,
It was supposed to go last
yeah,
year, so it's a year over its thing, and it'll be another year before you probably get it, so.
So do we need to target the backhoe and grader?
need what?
Target
So, grader?
Yeah,
trade,
well,
It's gonna take a year to get it right, or so somewhere in there.
It could.
you could keep the grader for another year, you can keep the backhoe for another year, but I really need to say to Hardy, look, this
But there was still.
This is one we're gonna do.
we can't keep doing this, and you gotta look forward to the next year, put these in.
The only thing with the grader that scares me is the new one's got depth. And it's got a big rear end, it's just monstrous. We're gonna someday have it, but
Yeah,
this
Yeah,
one,
I'll look at stuff.
But you're looking at $500,000.
yeah,
yeah,
this one is gonna need a muffler and manifold on it here before long. But,
the excavator,
the grader,
the grade, I'm sorry, grader.
The excavator, I think you could just, you can go another year with that and not worry about that, but you ought to keep it in mind that we're gonna have to do something one way or the other with it.
and the backhoe, for the age of the backhoe. When it's been at Nortrax, they're amazed what kind of shape it's still in.
Hmm.
So I think you can get a pretty good trade-in for it, so. It's like the tractor is like 20 years out or more, because that's only got 14, I was in it today, it's got 1,400 hours on it, I mean, it's like brand new.
So which one's the tractor? The grader?
For more.
The mower,
another.
that's another one, you don't think about.
Yeah, you ain't gonna write that down, you ain't gonna worry about that.
All right.
I'm confused, Kathy.
I know what they look like, but I don't know, sometimes I don't know what they all do, but, do you use grader sometimes for snow?
We try not to, because it's, a grader's made to grade a road, not plow snow. If it gets bound to the road sometimes, but. if
So
you
who
take care
does,
of your
how
road,
do you do the wing back? Is that with the plow?
Well, we put last year we had the wing on it, we don't, it depends on the season. And then we got the wing for the loader, so we usually use both of them, but.
John, you also mentioned if we're going to look another year, you're thinking about putting some money towards the equipment?
No, if you wanna wait another year, what I would suggest is that you have David see what they're worth and what we can get for trade and on the two of them,
On the back of it,
the backhoe and the grader, for
But we probably need some capital that we need to trade.
I don't know how much is in there now, you know, it's combined in the front one.
You might as well 12 for you, move excavator.
Really when he's doing it. And I'll tell Hardy that we will go another year with that,
But we're getting the number.
Yeah.
but then
Right.
but you're gonna, someday you're gonna have to say, no,
but
yeah.
you want all three of them, you're not gonna want all three of them in the same year.
No, but, you wanna,
Really good point before we get into some numbers.
Cause then you're gonna wanna sort of stagger them out with the
Yeah.
trucks too. The trucks are given, you can, at 5 years, they need to go,
they're on that now.
yeah.
Okay.
And I
Dave-
think Lane, truck number four is slated to go this year.
Yeah, we have
We looked at
funds
it.
becoming available July 2026, but if it's gonna take a year, half a year
I,
to order it.
last I know it was a year, 2 years to get a pot, so.
So I looked at the specs today, that'll be easy to write up, so we can work on that.
And we're not getting another 4 wheels right now.
And it looks like you're gonna have funds for the small truck.
Yeah,
That should be all right, you've got enough money for that, and I'm sure there's not, you've got one choice really for it.
I didn't see nothing, well, we'll talk about it in the next meeting.
Yeah,
I didn't see the spec from Benson was, the name was there that way.
You saw that, so the diesel thing, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a trade-off.
Yeah, it's a,
Trade-off for us, and a good trade-off.
well, and it's a 1 ton, and the truck we got now is a 2,500, so we jumped the truck size and, diesel, so. We're actually, I bet you if you look back, that's what we paid for that truck
yeah,
when we bought it.
but that's 57, I think, or something, and we've got 60,000, oh,
Mhm.
I gotta worry about that.
Yeah, okay.
So we did all right on it.
Yeah.
Usually we don't do that well.
But hell, we could go another year with them and I don't know how it affects his schedule.
Yeah.
Well, I think we tell them that they're gonna have to do some equipment next year, that we need to start building a fund.
yeah,
And then on the project list, it's like, there's 13 items on it, and
Yeah.
they all look important.
Well, to me, number one, number two would be Fisher Hill.
The culverts, I think the same, because every time that road washes out, you pay to replace it.
Well, the second culvert up, I don't think you could crawl through it right now, it's that bad,
Really?
it's crushed.
Hmm,
When the last Beaver Pond went out, John was there, we dumped the whole 10 when we were loaded because it eats the gravel when it gets high flood. We almost lost the truck.
How's that deck patch holding up so far?
Seems alright.
It's great, they drive over it every day.
yeah,
But that's gonna be a big ticket item, but probably not until we're gonna be able to get a grant, so do we wait until we can tie that to a grant? What do we think?
I think it was tie it to a bond because you're gonna be looking at $8-10 million.
Yeah. Thing is.
Well, I think we gotta put some money in the capital budget if.
we
Well,
can,
I think you guys gotta start looking at it too, because if you watch the news, which is depressing a lot, but. I don't think FEMA and stuff are gonna be there to help out as
No.
much, and the town's gonna have to stay.
That's what it's gonna be government.
It is gonna be, yeah,
Yes.
Alright. So do you think the culverts, you need to tell them, to need to build a fund and the bridge replacement?
we have some leeway because of paying off the truck.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know what his ideas are on that. You know, what he's got planned at all, so you have to find that out and then talk to him.
Cause I would say quite a bit paying off the truck, cause you won't have that payment and plus the interest off it, right?
Yeah, it always happen.
But I'm sure he's come up with something. And
But the hydrants, I think something's gonna have to be done, did he say?
Yeah.
Fund for that?
in the fire pond.
there's like a small reserve account for the hydrants.
but also hydrant, yeah.
So I haven't seen you, my cousin Chris Severance works for the town of Brattleboro Water Department, he's high up and he runs, I think he's got 4 or 5 guys underneath him. And I was just quizzing him. Cause one night he called about some equipment, and I said, oh, you're a perfect one to ask. So I asked him about hydrants, he says a hydrant right now, to buy a hydrant is $4,500, just a hydrant. And I was telling him about the pond, and I said it hasn't been looked at in a lot of years, oh God, he goes. He said, basically, you should be checking it more often, because they check their reservoirs quite a bit. And then I asked him about the sprinkler system. And I said, they're hitched to it, they don't get charged for it, he goes, oh, really? Wow. So he was supposed to print me off a thing, but he forgot to bring it up to me the other day, what Brattleboro charges for being hitched to have just sprinkler water. So,
Do they internally dive into the ponds to check reservoirs and
So
stuff?
maybe we get their name.
Or do they hire that
well, I
out?
asked him that, and
Yeah,
he does it himself because he was on the Brattleboro dive team,
okay,
so. I don't know if
we'd have to hire it out.
you'd have to hire it out or ask him, or ask Brattleboro if they'd come up kindly and maybe whatever
Yeah.
or something and do it and check it for us, but.
Training exercise.
The hydrants themselves, he won't put that as a capital budget.
You won't,
No, and we have a line item in our regular budget, so we should put some in that.
Every year, so you're building it, so some,
so, yeah, you know, the fire pond dredging. The culverts and the bridge, and then we need to start building.
well, the pond might not need to be drilled, you don't know until you dive.
Yeah, I should have died.
A diver or cameras to check, it might just be lower the pond and do the outside edge, which would be nice, you don't know how much sludge is in the bottom. Cause I don't know in '96 how much come down through there, do you remember? John?
Nothing really.
It all went down the road.
I mean, those are the ones that I think. Would resonate with the taxpayers,
Yeah,
because it's roads and public safety,
Right.
and it's something that helps protect them. And then if we don't need it for dredging, then it really gets reallocated to street lights and so on.
once I can find out how much he's got extra,
Yeah,
I know he's looking at $200,000. There's nothing over that. What he's got in that, I don't know. But if he's got $50,000-$60,000 left, we should apply that towards all of it.
I kind of agree that's part of it.
The dredging of the pond, you could probably take out of the regular budget for somebody to go down and look at it.
Yeah,
That
or
would
just be septic.
Well, that'd be my first step, and then you could
That would-
get someone to look at it, then you could come up with a plan to tackle what needs to be tackled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the liability of the town, we got a fire pond, but we're not maintaining it, but we're relying on it for fire use. And if you have a fire, you start pulling a lot of water and you plug it, it's not gonna be
You're
good.
not gonna have sprinkler system.
Well, even when you get a fire, you start pulling a lot of water, and you suck a lot of stuff there.
Probably talk about just putting the truck on it, and I know they top off every now and then, but. You just run some through into the river through the truck and.
Well, we've actually gotten better about it. This year they've been flushed twice.
Yeah.
We go around to everyone and open them up and let them run for
You're good at those.
the highway.
I know Suzanne took some notes and asked some questions about when we brought up the sprinkler system. I don't know if,
Oh, yeah, she's on the show.
I don't know if we should follow up with a letter to the foundation asking them something about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable. I know there are all these one-time payments and handovers and a long time ago, but. I mean,
Thought it was written pretty clearly in there that we take the maintenance
Yeah.
of it.
sure, so if they have split, they can, yeah, but.
I mean, you can add it. So,
It bothered me a little bit that they asked us to contribute towards the generator,
Yeah,
you know, what's the.
we'll quit pro quo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're benefiting off it. I'm
And
not benefiting on Fisher Hill because of it.
It'd be interesting, the gentleman that you're talking to, down in Brattleboro, what is the charge that we've got,
I don't know, I
And
can call him tonight and
Homestead.
see if he can send it to me.
and the, nature machine, right?
they should have a letter too.
What they charge.
He was gonna, he hasn't yet. Or Morgan could call that Brown Road, I imagine or even Springfield anywhere, even Bells Falls. They all got sprinklers, but sprinkler is different than domestic water. They get charged different, they get a set fee that they're hitched to the sprinkler system. See, the water system, which we don't have, they get metered.
That's something you can find out, Morgan.
Yeah, I can try.
If not, I'll still call
Yeah,
them.
I mean, we talked about this before, and I don't think we have to be crazy or legals for it, and
No.
it's something that helps support the nations.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there ain't gonna be no money left in the hydrant fund to do anything, it just help maintain it if something does happen.
Yeah,
But at our next budget, maybe we should look at that and put in $5,000, you know, something like that, just something.
no, I agree. Alright. Does that give you a starting point for your meeting?
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, I'll come back to you, because we're not gonna finalize anything, it's the first meeting.
Who else is on that committee? With you?
Well, we're just meeting internally, John, Highway, myself,
Oh,
Just to get it started, that's all,
but then it'll go in front of the capital budget committee.
because I know what he's having it for is to ask about the equipment.
Yeah,
I'm a little nervous, honestly, about getting prices, because he did that last year, the grader work, whatever, so I'll test the water.
we still have their bids from last year.
They probably wouldn't change much on the
They
grader,
probably, yeah, probably wouldn't change much on the grading.
but the backhoe and the excavator would be different.
I don't know, did we get one on the backhoe?
Mm-mm.
No.
We
The
were
grader
talking about
was half a
selling
million
it
dollars.
too, private sale. Weren't
well, Athens, you thought was interested.
No,
we?
they bought it.
They just bought
They
it.
bought it.
They already bought them.
Yeah.
Well, it's not here we got,
Yeah, that same year as one we got, right?
same year, so.
So did you feel okay about checking
Wow,
out bids?
yeah. well, they're not bids, they're quotes.
Or quotes, sorry.
And I don't know, I'll probably go with John Deere over there since they're close. That's what we have for backhoe for now, but it would be, if it does go out, I put it out to a bunch of different people.
Yeah, it's just to get a starting point.
This, since we had all that work done with ATG, do they do anything with the buying? And did we get a bill on that vehicle?
We did,
It was the last billing cycle,
Oh,
it was $2,000,
two.
it just sat there so long, they had to put batteries and some cables and something else and. That was. Yeah, so. I was looking at the budget today, there ain't no money to buy much, so. I was gonna buy some tires, cause there ain't, the tires that were in stock got used somehow. So,
For what vehicle?
all the trucks,
All the trucks.
we got 4 there that are pretty bald, that should have been replaced, and 2 good ones, so. We'll have to wait for the next sale.
One of the big trucks?
We should be alright, cause the trucks, unless you blow them, so.
Well, that's a safety issue.
Well, we'll be alright.
Well,
they'll buy it if it becomes a safety.
Yes, if we blow another
okay.
2 tires, we'll replace those 2. But I don't think we wanna buy
In excess.
6 more tires, cause you're talking some money.
This is on one truck now, you're talking?
Oh, they're just spared in case something does happen.
Oh,
You just sold.
No, not yet, cause I'm waiting for the loader to get fixed. That's another dilemma.
Can you get a tire pretty quickly if you need it?
Yep, they'll come right through the shop real fast, though.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to stop them. Okay.
No, it's always nice to have extra ones in case it's a weekend or whatever, but
Yeah.
if right now, for the budget, looking at it, there ain't no money, so there's no stuff there, we're alright. But I plan hopefully to order some, I'm gonna just get it from Barrett. They're cheaper. But our loader is, electronic, and it is not running.
The brand new loader.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. The tech has been down here,
It's a problem that they do, there's too many computers.
that's why I'm like, keep the grader.
it's under warranty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been down, I think this is the third or fourth time. They'll get it to start, then we'll go out and they won't start again.
Like a loose wire or something,
Today you brought a new computer, put in it.
Uh,
They thought it was, there's two safety switches in main shutoffs. There's the manual one and then there's an electronic one. So they thought it was the electronic one weren't booting up. So they replaced that one. And it started for the guy. He left. He was gone about 45 minutes. We went out there and tried it, wouldn't start again. So I called him right up. Said, hey, your tech is left. It won't start again.
Is the Volvo?
Yeah.
When we had to get, we paid extra for
Uh-huh.
Why do I have to pay extra? This under warranty.
No, it was more money to
that. It was
buy.
more than the other two.
Oh. The Volvo, yeah.
Lane keeps saying we should have bought a John Deere.
Well, where was he at the?
how does it?
It's a Volvo.
So all set, John? Okay. Any other business? Public comment? No one's on. Next regular meeting, Monday, November 3rd, 2025 at 6, here at the town hall.
We're doing a truck bid set, right?
Yes. Need a motion to adjourn. If there's no one at this,
Move to adjourn.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
I.
Thanks, everybody.